what changes when you become a homeowner versus when you're renting? What do your monthly bills look like? How is it different? So let's get into that. So when you're renting, you basically pay rent, right? You pay maybe a couple of utilities. Maybe you might pay for internet or something like that if you choose to. So when you're owning a home, you still, you kind of cover everything basically, but it just all becomes separate. So you have to cover now your mortgage, and a lot of times with your mortgage, that includes your property insurance, your homeowner's insurance, that's bundled in with your mortgage. A lot of times, your property taxes are also included with your mortgage most times. Also, when you're a homeowner now, you are responsible for different types of utilities, where before you may have been paying electric or gas or water. Usually it's not all three, right, when you're renting. So you have to pay all of those items when you're now a homeowner. In addition to, now you also have to pay, possibly depending, like especially if you're moving to the suburbs, you now may need to be responsible to pay your trash provider. So you now have to set that service up yourself. You have to select your trash provider. And I actually just negotiated with my own trash provider here where I live at, which is in Skippack Township, to get a lower fee for our quarterly trash bill. So that's something you will now be responsible for, in addition to paying water. And then you also have to pay sewer. Sometimes it's included in the water bill, sometimes it's separate. But those are some of the expenses that you are now responsible for paying. In addition to, now you can't just call, your landlord when something breaks. Your landlord is not going to be responsible for your outside maintenance or things like that. So that is also going to be your responsibility. And depending on what kind of responsibilities do you want to take on as a homeowner? Do you want to go out there and cut your own grass? Do you want to do your own snow removal? Do you want to do your own spring or fall cleanup if you have a lot of trees on your property and there's a lot of leaves? Things like that. So you have to take those expenses into consideration. And one little tip that I have for my clients, or in general, you can ask the homeowner, the current homeowner, if the home is currently occupied, to give you an estimate of what their monthly bills look like as far as utilities are concerned. And you have to keep in mind that when you do that, if they have 5 people living in the home and you're only going to have 2, it may not be apples to apples. So that's just something to consider. So that is a question that you guys are out there Googling. What else do you want to know? You can ask me directly. You can, drop your questions right below this video. If you have questions, let me know. I want to answer all your questions that you're asking Google. Treat me like Google.